Hi! February was a really, really fun grade month for me, so I've been thinking about this favorites video the whole time. So I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about today. Makeup, non-makeup, that sort of thing. So we're going to get into it, and we're going to start with non-makeup stuff so that I can start like this.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to witness the death.
The burial, it's already died, but the death, whatever, of this microphone. This beautiful little Samson microphone has got me through so much. My younger sister actually had me buy her this microphone like years ago, and she paid me back for it, and I don't know what she was going to use it for. She was like 12 at the time. And then when I wanted to start making YouTube videos, and then when I was in school for like broadcasting, you know what I mean, like radio and that sort of thing, I was like, I need a microphone. Cass, can I borrow this? And that was like 4 or 5 years ago, and I still have it, and I'm still using it, and I finally had to stop using it and buy a new microphone because it was cutting out in my like software that I record into. It was like skipping, and it wasn't doing well, so technically it still functions, but just not well anymore, so I did have to buy a new microphone. I feel like a lot of YouTubers that do the kind of YouTube format that I do don't really talk about their tech very much, and that's why I wanted to talk about mine. So the microphone that I bought instead, I apologize for how it looks in the sort of close-up shot, but it was too big for my usual background set. But it is the Blue Snowball microphone. It is the exact same microphone that my eldest sister Emily on her channel is Wench Fairy. Check her out if you haven't seen her before. She plays a lot of video games. It's the same microphone she uses, and I always really liked it, and I understand microphone specs and that sort of thing, and so I did my own little research, and it was the microphone that I wanted, so that's the microphone that I have now. So if it sounds any different, that microphone would be why. So thank you, microphone. I also this is why we're talking about non-makeup stuff first, because I just can't contain myself. Here's what happened. Okay, so I have known the music from Rent since like ever, because I was like a musical kid in high school, you know what I mean? I was always in all the theater classes and that sort of thing, but I had never actually seen Rent because everyone prefaced it with, Abby, you're gonna love it, you have to watch it, but you're gonna bawl your eyes out. I don't want to watch something if you're telling me I'm gonna bawl my eyes out. So a couple of weeks ago, I went on Netflix as usual, and I was just, derping, and I saw it there, and I was like, I'm feeling good today, like I'm feeling, like it's a good day. Maybe I will be able to get through this musical with no tears. I had never been more wrong about anything in my life. Bawled like a baby, but it was worth every tear. That musical, you need to understand that I'm a very phasey person. I get very obsessed with something, and this is I haven't had a musical obsession like this one in a long time. Since the first time I saw Funny Girl, probably. And it's all I listen to is the Rent soundtrack. I've seen the movie probably 25 times in the past 3 weeks. I watched the entirety of the stage musical on YouTube, actually, different sort of people shooting it from their seats in the theater, that sort of thing. I watched those a couple of times, not as many, because I'm a stickler for audio quality and that sort of thing, so I have seen the movie more times, and I'm just in love. I'm so in love. If you haven't seen Rent, you have to see it. You will cry, but it is so good. I know a lot of people are very much so oh, the movie's not as good as the stage production, blah, blah, blah. But I find that people are like that with a lot of things, and so you just open your mind to what the movie can do, because I love both. I like both, so watch both. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking about Rent before I talk about Rent for ever, because that's very, very possible. But if you want to talk about Rent some more, let me know down in the comments below, or on Tumblr, because we'll blab forever either way. So yeah, and then the other musical I want to talk about technically came out last month, but it was the last day of last month, and I had already shot my January favorites video, and that was Grease Live. It was kind of the stage production of Grease put on TV by Fox, and I had been excited, looking forward to Grease Live since I think it was first announced in mid to late last year, because Aaron Tveit was playing Danny Zuko, and I have the biggest crush on him. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but you know who I mean. And Julianne Hough was playing Sandy, and I know this is the most unpopular opinion ever, but I was never really a huge fan of the original Grease, the movie, because I'm not really an Olivia Newton-John fan. I don't know, I just felt everything about Sandy in that first movie version was just so over the top and so wide-eyed and so, but Danny, and it was just baloney, and I hated it. I still hate it, to be honest. So I was I hope Julianne does a good job, and she really did. I thought her voice was so good too, and I'm just in love with the Fox version. More importantly, though, Rizzo is my favorite character in the musical, because of course she is, right? and Vanessa Hudgens killed it. Like, I was a little bit worried because I've seen her in a lot of more things other than High School Musical, obviously. Like, she's done a whole bunch of Broadway stuff and that sort of thing, and I've watched it, like, all on YouTube. I had yet really seen her be that sort of a sassy, sultry type character and do it really well. And so this was her first time for that, really, as far as I'm concerned, and she did a phenomenal job. I was very, very proud of her. That one I haven't been as obsessed with as I have been with Rent, but it was still really, really well done. And I definitely prefer this new Grease to the old one. Sorry, not sorry. I definitely like it better. Some other exciting things that happened in February was I got to meet Dita Von Teese. My older sister Sam actually found the meet and greet on Facebook before I did, and was like, we gotta go meet her, we'll get your book signed. And that's exactly what we did, and I got this picture with her. And it's funny because our hair color is like the same in the picture. We have like the same skin tone, our makeup is done the same. It was an accident, but and she was like really cool. I was really prepared for her to be very like prim and proper, and like, I don't know, I've met celebrities before and it's not been always a pleasant experience, so I was like prepared for the worst. But no, she was like so chill. I feel like her and I could be friends, like IRL friends, and I want to be. Perhaps one of the most exciting things that happened for me in February, almost at the same level as Dita, not quite at the same level as Dita, but almost, is that I finally reached 500 YouTube subscribers. Thank you so, so, so much to each and every single one of you. It means the world to me, like to the moon and back. I can't, every time I log into YouTube and I see that 500 number and I watch it climb a little bit, it's like, yes, it blows my mind that there's like 500 people who actively want to hear me blab about stuff. Like, thank you so much. And honestly, they're not human words to describe how much it means to me. No words. Now I'll stop blabbing about other stuff and we'll talk about makeup and that sort of thing. Really quickly to start with, I wanted to mention my Urban Decay Gwen Stefani lipstick in Firebird. I had really wanted this because it's like this really nice, like bright pink with a blue shift. I've never seen anything like it before. It's just so lovely. Look at it. I don't have any close-up shots of it or anything for you today because I did all of that in my last week's video, which was like a voiceover tutorial video using this. So if you want to check that out, I will link it down below in the video. I also do like a lip swatch in the very beginning. It's just a picture, so it doesn't move or anything. But and I don't have a lip liner or anything on underneath it. So just a quick mention. I love this. So you have been telling me since like the dawn of time that I need to go to the face shop. People comment on my Facebook page all the time and tell me I need to go to the face shop. You write on my YouTube channel that I need to go on to the face shop. I even get Tumblr messages sometimes. And so after we met Dita, my sister and I went to a mall that's a little bit farther away from where we live, and they had the face shop there. So I was like, I don't have a lot of money, but I'm going to pick up just a couple of things. And I'm going to tell you right now, I want to go back right now. So the first thing I wanted to mention, I had asked the woman who was working in the face shop, I told her I wanted like a serum stage for my skincare that was supposed to be super moisturizing. I told her I have dry to combo skin and it's kind of acne prone, and she led me to their green tea line. So this is the green tea waterfall serum, and the directions on the back, there's no way I'd get the camera close enough. So I'm just going to read it to you. It says, after applying toner, dispense an adequate amount and apply evenly to the skin in an outward direction. I don't really know what adequate amount means, so I usually just do one pump. And then I like to pat it onto my skin just so I know it's like really soaking in, and I've seen a huge difference in the level of moisture in my face, especially around like my tops of my cheeks where I am so dry. And this only cost me $17 Canadian, and I've used it every day for the past week and a half, and it's only got this much gone, so this lasts me for a very long time. I definitely recommend this, and the first ingredient in this is water, and the second ingredient is glycerin. So you know it's got like some crazy intense skincare stuff in here. I'm pretty sure that if you have the same kind of skincare needs that I have, that you would really like this. Definitely check out the face shop and this sort of thing because and unfortunately, the other thing I bought at the face shop was a one-time use only thing, but I bought one of their face masks. This is the kelp one. Now, the reason I only bought one is because I read it, and for some reason, I didn't register in my head as a sheet mask. It registered in my head as like one of the goopy masks. And as you can imagine, for someone in a motorized wheelchair, washing my face at the sink is hard enough as it is, let alone when it's a mask. So I usually try to avoid them and go for sheet masks. But this is a sheet mask. I didn't notice until after I bought it. And this sheet mask, only cost $2 Canadian. That's it. And I only bought one. Like, what's wrong with me? I should have grabbed like 8 of them. On the back here, it says, this mask contains a serum with moisturizing and nourishing properties to leave skin soft and healthy looking. This process extracts raw ingredients at a low temperature, preventing natural minerals and nutrients from being damaged. Directions: unfold the mask and clearly place it on your freshly cleansed face, avoiding the eye and mouth contours. Remove after 10 to 12 minutes. It's at oddly specific time. And tap gently on the skin until the serum is completely absorbed. I've tried a lot of the cheapy face masks in my day, especially the sheet masks, because I love them. This was my favorite ever. I cannot believe it. So I used this face mask. I had, done my makeup, gone to work, and I knew my skin was like so dry. I looked awful. Like all day, I looked awful. I felt awful. And I got home and I was going out that night and I was like, but I can't leave my skin like this. So I took my makeup off. I used this mask and my skin was like visibly plumped. And it stayed that way like all night until I woke up the next morning. My skin has never looked or felt better than when I used this freaking $2 sheet mask from the Face Shop. And I only bought one, so the frustrating thing is we don't even have the Face Shop anywhere near me, really, and you can't buy them online. So I'm gonna have to I don't know how I'm gonna buy more, but I want another one. I want 500 more. I probably could have mentioned this moisturizer in my last month's video because I had been using it for a bit, but I wanted to give it a little bit longer. And so I've been using the Garnier Ultra Lift Anti-Wrinkle Firming Night Cream and the Day Cream. I don't love the Day Cream as much, so I'm technically leaving it out of this video, but I love the Night Cream. Like, love, 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 love. I've definitely noticed a decrease in the wrinkles that I already have. Mind you, keep in mind I am, 22, so I don't really have crazy wrinkles to begin with, and they're definitely not, from age. They're from my skin being dry and from me laughing a lot and that sort of thing, but I definitely have noticed, and this keeps me hydrated all night. I really like it. And it's gonna last me for ever because I've already been using it a month and a half and there's hardly anything gone, and I use it every night. Nothing really spectacular about this night cream. It's just a good night cream, you know what I mean? I really like using it, and I think it was on sale when I bought it, so it was only $10, and I really do like it. This is a brand new bottle, but I actually have run out of my other bottle of this, so I used a full bottle of this before. This is the Sephora Collection 10-Hour Wear Perfection Foundation. I wear mine in the shade 12 Clair Light. Clair Light Ecru. Ecru? I have no idea how to say it. This is the neutral toned one. Because it's 10-hour wear, it can dry your skin out. So you're going to want to wear it with some kind of moisturizing thing underneath it. And you're going to want to apply it. Probably with a beauty blender is your best guess. Unless you have more oily skin, then you can probably apply it however you want. But this is the foundation I'm wearing today. And I find that whenever I wear it, my skin looks very clear and very fresh, and it definitely is not a full coverage foundation. It's not like that Tarte one, but it is it has enough coverage to make whatever spots I have look less noticeable while clear that they still exist. You know what I mean? It's got the perfect natural look to it, and that's what I love about it. And this bottle is only $25 Canadian. So as far as buying a foundation in Sephora, this is very, very inexpensive. Now for a lipstick that I've had for a long time as well, but it just kind of became one of my favorites again in February. This is a MAC lipstick, and this is called Brave. Brave is just a really, look at that. Look how far down that is. I don't think I've ever had a lipstick this far down before, and I will buy a new one when I run out of it. I wear this lipstick probably 3 times a week. Out of the 7 days of the week, 3 times. Because it's just this nice, natural-ish pink, my lips but better type. This is a satin finish lipstick, so it's not matte. It is just a nice, creamy, comfortable wearing lipstick. It's the perfect kind of pinky shade for me, and it was one of the first expensive lipsticks that I ever bought, so it has that emotional pull for me, and it's called Brave, and I just love that. And Brave is definitely just a standard MAC lipstick. I think everyone should try Brave, you know what I mean? I feel like it would look good on a lot of different skin tones. I would never say it looks good on every skin tone because that's a blatant lie, but it would look good on a lot of skin tones. I hate when beauty bloggers say, it looks good on every skin tone. It's no, it's not. Someone out there can easily go out there and debunk that. Say most, a lot of, but not all. What a generalization. Now quickly, I want to mention what is on my lips right now, and by doing that, I'm eating my words a little bit because it's something that I've said I don't like in the past, and I still don't like them in general, but I make the exception for this one. And in telling you this, you're going to understand how high maintenance I can be when I need to be. This is the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Double Dare. I have wanted Double Dare for a long time because it is the shade that I wanted Lolita to be. It's this like nice, light, pinky, almost mauve-y, but more so pink color. Something about this formula of Double Dare I find to be not as drying as the other ones I've tried. I also have the bright pink one that's called Jeffrey, and that one, like, immediately when I put it on, this one is not as drying, but even still, it is a little bit too drying for me, so here's all the crazy, ridiculous extra steps I had to take whenever. In the morning, like, I wash my face, and then I put on this. I got this deluxe sample when I ordered from Sephora once. I lost the cap. But this is the Erin Rose Lip Conditioner. Erin is Estee Lauder's daughter, so Erin Lauder, and this is her like line of things. You know what I mean? She has makeup, she has some like hair care stuff, she's got brushes and that sort of thing. If you look at her like website, it's all very, very expensive. And the full size version of this lip conditioner is $30 Canadian, but that's a pretty big bottle. I use this every day and it's still very, very full, like very, very full. So I mean, that's expensive, but it'd be like an investment. So what I do is I'll put a little bit of this on my lips. It's got a very thick, like molasses type consistency. So I just dab it on and I let it soak in the whole time I'm doing my makeup. And then by the time I get to my lips, which is like a long time later because I usually get distracted by the internet, then I move into a lip liner. And the lip liner I've been using is this one by Essence. This is the Essence lip liner, and I use it in the shade 11 in the nude. And I like to overline my lips a little bit, especially my top lip, because my top lip is very, very small. And it kind of like, the pigmentation of my top lip stops before I feel like the actual lip stops. So I overline a little bit. And so what I do is I use this, and I fill in the whole lip. And then I just give it a bit, and then I will put this on over top. And that is how I make this last all day. Now sometimes, if the lip conditioner hasn't really fully soaked in all the way, this doesn't get to dry. And then it leaves my lips sticky. Like, I can pull them apart. And you're like, these lips are sticking together. So then I will have to take some kind of loose powder, probably the e.l.f. HD powder, and just like pat a little bit over top. Isn't that so extra? A lip conditioner, a lip liner, the lip thing, and then powder, just to have nice lips all day. Like, that's so extra. If I had heard anybody else say that, I'd be like, that is ridiculous. But here I am, doing it almost every day. And it is solely because I am just in love with this color. This is my favorite. Out of all of the Kat Von D lipsticks, everlasting or studded, whichever style you want to go for, this is my favorite. It's my favorite color. And then the very last beauty product that I want to talk about in this video is actually a perfume. I am so picky when it comes to perfumes that I don't even look at them because I know that I'll be there forever, like being snobby. I don't like most smells, but I do like things that smell fresh and clean, and that's it. And so one time I got a sample of a smell by Philosophy, and it's called Amazing Grace, and I fell in love. So I went and bought this little, I kept the box just for you. This tiny little bottle here cost $22 Canadian, obviously. And I know you're like, ooh, that's such a small bottle, but honestly, like, you only need a squirt and a squirt, and well, I guess it's more like a squirt and a squirt. You know what I mean? And, like, this will last me for a very long time. And then I have no problem spending the $20 again and buying this again. Or spending the $58, I believe, and buying the bigger bottle. It just smells so nice. Like, to the extent that I'll be wearing it, and I'm like, wow, I smell good. And then I'll be in, like, a public place, and air will, like, rush at me. And I'll be like, wow, someone around here smells really good. And it's like, it's me! I smell good! So I have the Sephora website open here so that I can read this to you, because just telling you it smells good is not enough. I want to know what Philosophy has to say about the smell. So it says, feminine, beautiful, clean, Philosophy's best-selling fragrance. Amazing Grace is always appropriate, soft, and feminine. A scent that never offends and is praised by women everywhere. Never offends is very important to me. That's what it is. I don't like in-your-face scents, ever. I want the smell to be soft and be subtle and be pretty. So that's what I love about this. Amazingly clean and beautifully feminine, the fragrance opens with bergamot to greet the senses. At the heart lies irresistible, soft, clean muguet blossoms, and lasting musk envelops the skin with its classic beauty. The notes are bergamot, muguet blossoms, and musk style feminine, beautiful, clean. I don't get any musk out of this at all. I would not call this musky in the slightest. I'm not a smelly connoisseur or anything like that. I just wanted you to know that I love how this smells, and I really, really like it. And anybody who doesn't like in-your-face scents and they just like clean smells, I would recommend this to them, 100%. And yeah, that's everything I wanted to talk about in my February favorites video. I feel like I've been here for like a long time. I feel like I started this video yesterday. What did you love in the month of February? I would love to hear. Love to hear. Because if you loved it, I will probably love it. And then we can love it together. Looking forward to March. March is a really fun month for me because I turned 22 on March 16th. And I'm very excited. I love my birthday. It's so much fun. Like, no one else even cares. And it's like, congratulations, Abby, it's your birthday. But all day I'm like, it's my birthday. And then the weekend after that, the weekend of the 20th, I believe, is Toronto Comic Con, which I'm excited to go to. The first convention of the year is always so fun. I'm hoping to go dressed as Lust from Fullmetal Alchemist. If all the costume pieces that I've ordered, like the Ouroboros tattoo and that sort of thing, if they don't come in time, I'll have to wear a different costume. But regardless of what I end up wearing, if you see me at that convention and you're going, make sure you say hi because I would love to meet you. I love you. March is always such a fun month. It's like the beginning of spring. It's like we're almost there. As always, if you have any requests or ideas for future videos, please let me know because I would love to make it for you. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye!